Great thread from Carlos. First, this is hilarious. Donald Trump is clinking glasses of Diet Coke with Brad Parscale. And here's a tweet from some leftists citing some data. I really need to stop crosstabs hunting, but it's so fun. Also unsure and both unfavorable. Leaning Biden is opposite of 2016. Trump can't win with these numbers. I've seen some evidence of a 72 to 19 preference for Biden over Trump among these. Both favorable, unsure going towards Biden is death for Trump. Carlos responds. Unlike so many people, I don't wake up every morning with amnesia thinking, what new fear can I have today? And unlike so many people, I also studied why pollsters got 2016 so wrong. I won't bury the lead. They're failing again. People polled said they supported Hillary, but changed their minds right before the election. Trump supporters don't respond to requests to be polled. People who never voted before aren't counted. Pollsters said Trump defies all attempts to predict how he'll do. That is deliberate. It's how Trump wins. If you'd actually paid attention to Brad Parscale, you'd know two things. A massive percent of attendees at Trump rallies have never voted before. A massive percent of attendees at Trump rallies are Democrats. Those two factors right there assure Trump's reelection. Of 19 incumbent presidents, only 5 were not reelected: William Taft, Herbert Hoover, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush. Taft succeeded Teddy Roosevelt, who ran as a third-party candidate in the 1912 election. Roosevelt got 88 electoral votes to Taft's 8. He ran out of spite, and Taft lacked Roosevelt's bigger-than-life persona. Woodrow Wilson won, but it took Roosevelt to ensure his victory. Herbert Hoover did nothing to prevent Americans from suffering under the Great Depression. He was a bland bureaucrat who seemed not to care. So many people were evicted or had their homes seized by banks that the homeless encampments were called Hoovervilles. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was another larger-than-life personality. Nobody even knew that he had polio and couldn't walk. Roosevelt devised an incredible way of giving the illusion that he could walk. He had special braces built that kept his legs straight and his lower body upright. He became a weightlifter and developed a massively powerful upper body. When he appeared standing or even walking in public, he held the forearm of a close relative as though it was a gesture of familial love. Then, using the muscles of his abdomen, he kicked his useless legs forward one step at a time. It was a perfect illusion. FDR was hated by a large percentage of the country, which saw his many unconstitutional decrees. But just enough people voted for him that he's the only president to serve more than 2 terms. He died after being elected to his 4th term, but it was close. It was because of FDR that the 22nd Amendment to the Constitution was passed, limiting a president to 2 terms. People saw the damage that Roosevelt had done with all that power. Ford was a non-entity, thought of as dumb. He got his 1st term only because Nixon resigned. Carter was an arrogant flop. George H.W. Bush reneged on too many promises. I don't see a single scenario in which Trump is defeated, especially since the Democrats fell into his trap and are defending the indefensible and telling the working class to shut up and die. Yesterday, I learned a great aphorism. Every fear hides a wish. David Mamet. Mamet is a writer of all forms. He is a lifelong leftist who became conservative for all the right reasons. Of course his career suffered, and as a Jewish person, he was accused of being a traitor. The indestructible fear of too many Trump supporters hides their wish that he fail. And we go back to the old days. What it comes down to is that too many people are not serious about improvement. They just want to bitch. Well, Trump is everything I wanted in a politician. I wanted improvement more than anything else. Not for me, for you. And so does Trump. He's doing this for you. The people who do want improvement are enough to elect Trump. All he needs is 270 electoral votes. The Democrats are just beginning their final slide into hell, and Trump has not yet begun to fight. When he begins to fight, you'll know it. All is well.